it's really stuck down. Whoa, this beehive is completely full. Now, when you've got a situation like this, it's perfect time to add another brood box. So what I've got here is I've got another brood box and I'm going to add it on, and the idea is that we get loads and loads of brood so that we can, sorry, the bees here are a bit angry, but the idea is we get loads and loads of brood so we can split it into loads and loads of different nukes. So that's what I'm doing. And double brooding is really, really, really easy. All you have to do is put the box on top. Now there are some things you can do to encourage the bees up, especially if you've got foundation, which is empty sheets with nothing on it. Whereas if you've got drawn comb, they'll move up there within a day. But foundation, they need a bit of coaxing up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift one frame up with the queen on into this box, and hopefully that will make more of them go up and the queen starts to expand more. So I'll search through this hive, I'll find the queen, I'm going to put her in the middle of the box, and then I'll put my feeder back on, fill it with syrup to help them fill out the rest. I haven't done a video for a while, but here it goes. So these are a bit angry. I'm not using smoke and the weather's not the best today, but what you often find is you get the initial rush of bees that don't like you, and then sort of now they've sort of calmed down a bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to search through slowly. And the main reason you double brood is if they've run out of space. Now these aren't completely out of space, but I'm still going to double brood because I find it a useful technique for when there's good weather coming up and you want them to occupy all of that space. So I'm just going to search through systematically, find the queen. I'll probably lift up 2 frames actually, just to give them a bit more warmth. But this is a beautiful colony. It's already been split 3 times this year, so what you're seeing is already smaller than it was. So they're doing really well this year. Can't see her here. Ah, there she is. Okay, so the queen is there on that frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out another one, and we are just going to put the queen here. Now there is a risk that she drops down onto the floor, but if I'm being careful, I don't think she will. And we're also going to lift this next frame out as well. So now we've got 2 frames of brood in this top box. So the idea is that she is now up here, and more of the other bees should move up as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put these foundation back in, and we'll push this along. We'll squash any bees. Oh, there you go. Okay, then we will put a foundation frame, I think here, and another one here. Now we just have to put the box on the top. It's really, really easy. Just want to hold it up for a second to let the bees out from underneath it. And we're just going to double check that our queen is actually up here, because occasionally she could fall off. To be honest, I think she'll be fine up here, but I'm just going to check just in case. So there's our queen, that's good. We're going to put this frame back, put our foundation frame back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put on the feeder, and we're going to get some syrup, and we're going to give them a full feed of sugar syrup, which I make up myself. I sort of guess on the quantities of sugar versus water. Because I'm mixing up so much syrup, I don't really have time to bother measuring it. I just go for slightly thicker than water is what you want. I don't make thick syrup for the autumn myself. I buy that in, because otherwise if the bees don't cap it off and they don't have time to process it, it goes mouldy in the comb if it doesn't have enough sugar in it, and then you're left with disgusting frames when the spring comes. And I'm sure it can't be good for disease in the hive as well. So we'll get our sugar syrup. and I don't really have to come back here for another 2 weeks, because the beauty of giving them so much extra space is that when you've got warm weather, which is going to come up soon, you don't actually have to check for a while, because you've given them so much space that it doesn't really matter too much. So flick these bees out, I'm drowning. Whoops. There we go. I like to shut it and make sure none are drowning there. And we'll put our brick back on. And that is it. That is how to double brood a beehive. You are effectively giving it twice as much space. And I will let them build up, and I will let them build up really, really strong. And then I'll make 10 nukes out of this. 10 2-frame splits should be really, really good. And I might take some bees from other hives as well. So I'll split this one down later in the year, and I'll show you that if I get a chance. I'm pretty busy at the moment. And I'm also going to do a video on requeening a hive over there, which is really angry, and that's partly what all these bees are around my head. There's one hive that has got really annoyed. So anyway, that'll be the next video, and I'll see you next time.